Morning. So today we're taking care of a lot of little things on the car, so let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So I have a pretty long list of just small details with the engine bay and the interior that I haven't really made the time to get around to because it's like a really long list of just like really small little things that a lot of the time kind of gets looked over. So what I thought I would do is just kind of make one video and crank out a couple of them all out at once. So that's kind of what we're doing in this video. We're sort of just tinkering with like little things. So we have our unboxing box nice and set up. So this is a small package of a couple of just like really quick things that we're gonna attend to. So it's like replacing rusted bolts that are in the engine bay right now. So a rad cap, as you can see, like little clips here and there. So like these are like little trunk clips. So a lot of just like really little things. So I think we'll just kind of start from the top and get to replacing some of these. So first thing is going to be the radiator cap. So I was told by my mechanic, shout out Jovenal, is that I'm missing the spring, which is super weird, right? Like where could this have even gone? In there? Like I don't think so, right? Or I hope not anyway. So this is the Oem Cap that I just pulled off the car. When I was looking to replace it, I was thinking, man, I should really just probably get one that matches the design of it perfectly to kind of take the guesswork out of it, because I guess some of these aren't all created equal. They're like rated to different pressure settings and that type of thing. So when I got this guy in the mail, I realized that the actual sticker itself and the design is a little bit different. And what really threw me off was the 108 kPa down here, if you can see that. And then eventually it dawned on me that 108 kPa, which I think is kilopascals, rounds up to 1.1 bars. So these are actually the same cap. So before I throw the rad cap on there, I want to go over this really quickly because it might help someone. So I've been having a lot of leaking issues with the expansion tank, and the expansion tank setup is brand new. So we've eliminated the possibility of wear and tear, and we even threw a little bit of thread tape underneath there. What I think was actually going on is because my old rad cap didn't have the spring underneath it, as the radiator pressurizes and circulates fluid, it was forcing a little bit more fluid through this little inlet and then into the tank, and because it didn't know what to do with all the pressure, I think the only thing it was able to do was spit it out from the top. So that, I think, is the result of a bad radiator cap. So if that is true, confirm it for me in the comments, and if not, then definitely let me know what's going on there, because someone else might need this. So I'm gonna throw this on, and hopefully that's the end of that. So next on our quick list is we're gonna be replacing a couple of rusted bolts that I've been meaning to get around to for a while. Nobody likes rusted bolts on their car, and I just bought a bunch of brand new OEM hardware that we're gonna be throwing on the car, and it should be a quick install. So let me go ahead and lay these all out, and I'll show you where these go. It's kind of cool to get a really clear view at what OEM zinc plated bolts are supposed to look like, because right now I think there's like a really big trend that follows like the classic 90s more gold tinted finish that you used to see on like old sports cars, that type of stuff. So these ones are actually a little bit more of like a blue clear tint to them. So I got these guys to replace the fender bolts that we have currently installed, and the thing is that these are supposed to be paint matched from factory, so you can see that these are actually, well, they used to be white, right? But I got these to replace these bolts because after adjusting the fender a little while ago to kind of match up a little bit better to the Buddy Club Japan Aero hood that we have installed, I don't know, the coating just like kind of fell off on them, which is understandable. I mean, you know, it's like 20 years old, it's been on there forever, and it's just paint at the end of the day. So I think these are gonna look a little bit cleaner, and we might even go back to paint these and reinstall them at a later date. I think we're gonna do these one at a time. Oh no, wow, I cracked the paint. There you go. Well, good thing we got clean bolts on there, right? Oh, that looks kind of cool actually, huh? Okay, number 2. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I was actually kind of afraid of them just looking out of place because they're not color matched, but because they're brand new, I mean, I don't know, they look really good. I'm actually happy with the way these turned out. Almost makes me wish my car was silver, dude. This would probably look so good on a silver car. Can't beat the white. So we ended up replacing these couple of bolts in there too, and I'm just now realizing that I should have bought a couple more, because then I could have done the bolts that are holding onto the hood as well. But it's kind of a slippery slope, because now, I mean, what I really would like to do is replace like all the dang bolts, but that takes time, and it might take a little bit more planning. So maybe that would be cool for like a really cool engine bay refresh. I have a couple of things planned for like the valve cover as well. You can see that it's actually like peeling pretty bad. So that's definitely on the list, as well as a few other like little small things here and there. So that's what I wanted to do with the engine bay today. So let's get these bolts out of the way and move on. So next on the list is going to be these two guys. So first things first, gonna pop the trunk. This is kind of interesting because if you don't own an S2000 or you've never looked into the trunk of one before, then the spare tire is actually in front of the trunk technically, not underneath. It literally wouldn't fit down here. So what you have to do is actually pull these like pull style clips from the top of the spare tire cover. So mine are missing, as you can see. I've actually got one installed and they come out like this. Bam. I bought the two missing clips. So I'll put this guy in here if I can find the hole for it. There's one, and then two. And then that completes the spare tire covers. Now it looks pretty good. So this next clip I'm actually pretty mad about because this thing was like $5, dude. And like, let me show you what exactly this thing is. $5 freaking for this, dude. Look at this thing. It's the tiniest thing you've ever seen. It's the most annoyingly small clip. I actually broke this. Maybe I'll run the clip now. Oh, damn it. So I'm in the interior, as you can see, and this guy actually goes like right in there. See if you can see it. I'll even zoom in for you. Ah, there we go. All right, well, there she is. So I'm actually gonna be swapping out the shift knob back to the FD2 knob because this is an extended shift knob from K20 Mart. I actually ended up liking this thing a lot more after a couple of days of use than I did initially. It's a really rad design overall, and the material is cool because the Delrin construction stays cool during hot days, which an aluminum shift knob will often like literally burn your hand. So I'm deciding to not go this route anymore because the extended knob, while it's really cool and kind of has that leverage and brings the shifting experience a little bit closer to the steering wheel, my hands are literally too big to use this thing. I like end up smacking the dash just because of how tall this thing is. So this is still a really cool design. I think it's just not for me. So I'm gonna be swapping this back to the FD2 knob. So this guy just pops right up like that. Pretty much done messing with the boot. Yep, there she is. I'll definitely still hold on to this thing anyway because I'll probably want to use it again at some point down the road. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you for checking this out. I really just wanted to take today to get a really quick video out there to kind of stay on track and keep the momentum going. So if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much for checking this out. I genuinely appreciate it. More small updates coming through and some big ones as well. So please be patient with me. Thank you for sticking it out this far. Nowhere to go but up. So I'll see you in the next one.